Hi guys, welcome to our live session today. 안녕하세요. Can you hear me? So today we will be practicing saying things in Korean about 사진 and video. Okay, so let me know. I will of course save this entire video for later viewing, but I just want to check if you guys can hear me fine so that I don't have to do anything again. All right, 안녕하세요. So I will save my initial greetings for a little later so that people who watch this video later on can dive right into the lesson itself. So today's topic is not this. Can you also see this? This is my so I wanted to show you what I type or write. So I thought of this clever idea of writing something in, oh, okay, so the screen shows the inverted version, but I wrote something backwards so that it's displayed on the screen backwards. So for me, it's backwards. For you, I guess it's correct. All right, so today's topic is 사진 and video. And I also know that Billy from Go Billy Korean is doing a live session right now. I scheduled this live session, like I actually planned for this many days ago without knowing that he would be still going on with this live session. I thought it would be only 1 hour long. So I'm not trying to, take his subscribers into our chat or anything. So Billy, I'm sorry. We should arrange our live sessions together so that we don't, do the same thing at the same time. Anyway, it's backwards. It's backwards for you. All right, so I'll I'll flip it again. How do I flip it? Reflection. No, not this. Not this. Flip horizontally. Is it better? Okay. My attempt was good, but I mean, it's easier for me. I can see everything not flipped. Perfect. So let's get right into it. Today's topic is 사진 and video. Please write 사진 and video in the chat. 사진 and video. If you don't know how to type in Korean, it's super easy. First, of course, obviously you have to learn Hangul, but after you learn Hangul, typing, you basically these days all computers and mobile devices have Korean keyboard software pre-installed. You just have to turn it on. 사진, video. Yeah, 사진하고 video. Okay, it's great. 사진하고 video. So there are several ways to say 사진 and video. Pictures or photos and videos. 사진하고 video, 사진과 video, 사진이랑 video. So you might have already sensed that my personal preferred style is expanding based on one piece of information that you learn. I call it producing new information in your head. So 사진, video, knowing those two words is great, amazing, 사진 and video. Most people don't, but putting them together, how do you say 사진 and video? So there are several ways. 사진하고 video would be the most neutral way. 사진과 sounds most formal. 사진과 video. So you would hear it in news coverages or you will see it in text, but in everyday colloquial conversations, you will see people saying 사진이랑 video. So I have too many photos and videos on my phone. 폰에 사진이랑 비디오가 너무 많아요. Something like that. 폰에 사진이랑 비디오가 너무 많아요. So, okay, so I'm seeing this comment. I look like I'm in college. Is it because of the campus-like backdrop, or is it me? If it's me, thank you. Okay, so 사진, video, already talked about it. And when you want to say that you take a photo, what's a verb you use? Take a photo. 사진을 찍다. So this is the dictionary form. So you say 사진을 찍어요. 사진을 찍어요. So a common question that we get on how to say something in Korean is, how do I say to a Korean celebrity or somebody that you want to take a picture with, can I take a picture with you? Can I take a picture with you? That, of course, there are several ways you can say it, but one very common way to say it is 사진 찍어도 될까요? 가요? Or 사진 같이 찍어도 될까요? You can say this. 사진 같이 찍어도 될까요? 사진 찍어도 돼요 is okay. So first, 사진을 찍다, that's the first step. 사진을 찍어요. In the present tense, I take a photo. 사진을 찍어요 is the next step. Maybe you can learn how to say I want to do something and say 사진 찍고 싶어요. Okay, I'll write it right here. Of course, the object marker 을 is originally there, but you drop it quite commonly in colloquial situations. 사진을 찍고 싶어요, 사진 찍고 싶어요. So that is the next step. And then you go on to saying 사진 찍어도 돼요. So 도 돼요. Or 아어여도 되다 means to be okay to do something. You may do something. So 사진 찍어도 돼요 is very good. It's a very good sentence. But then the next step is you make your questions a little more soft by dividing the attention, dividing the pressure half on the other person and half on you. So what I mean is we have some lessons related to this. But instead of saying 사진 찍어도 돼요, which is a very direct, fully to the other person question, when you say 사진 찍어도 될까요, by adding 을까, you are wondering, you're asking yourself out loud as well. So half of the question's weight is on the other person, and the other half of the weight is on you. It's like you're just as if you're talking to yourself. So 사진 찍어도 될까요? It's politer or polite, it's softer because you're dividing the weight. Okay? So 사진 같이 찍어도 될까요? 같이, of course, it means together. Okay, so 사진을 찍어요 and 비디오를 찍어요. And if you want, you can just drop 을 and 를. Okay, we have a super chat comment that came in. 안녕하십니까? I have a question. I'll go back to this after answering the chat because super chat with a donation will disappear after a certain while. So thank you for the $10 donation. 안녕하십니까? I have a question. I would like to know if you create 일기 books like 연세 어학당 makes. Thank you for your content. It's amazing. Thank you. So we did once make a 100-day journal, which sold out. It was a limited edition, so we don't have it anymore, but we want to create a book guiding people to write or keep a journal in Korea. It's on the agenda. So yeah, 일기 is a great way. Well, well, you know, you could add any comment to a super chat or donation, and yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's a good question. Ilgi is great. I also made a video about it before. If you keep a journal of the things you did the previous day or that day, every single day, it's a very good way to find out what you know and what you don't know. You want to be able to say this, but then you realize that you don't know the word for it, and you look it up. And then you thought your Korean grammar was fine, but then one day you want to express a very complicated thought, and then you don't know that. So you look up that grammar point and learn it. So that's good. Okay. All right. Go back to 사진. 사진 찍어요, 비디오 찍어요. And sometimes instead of saying video, people like to call it 동영상. 동영상. So 영상 itself, even if you just say 영상, it means video or video footage. But by adding 동 means in this case moving, like movies came from moving pictures. So just like that, 동영상. 영상 sounds more like, so let's talk about 동영상 versus 영상. 영상 sounds more like a professional term for video footage that you use for video editing, news coverage, things like that. Whereas 동영상, even though it's longer, it sounds more colloquial. And when there are moments when you try to take a picture and then it's a video, and then you say, oh, it's a video. You never say, oh, 영상이야. You don't say that. It's 동영상이야. 이거 동영상이야. How do you change it to 사진? 이거 동영상으로 돼 있어. 사진으로 어떻게 바꿔? Alright? 이거 동영상이야. 사진으로 어떻게 바꿔? You can say it to your friend who is the owner of the phone. Okay, so let's go to the chat and answer some questions that you guys asked. Sorry about the lack of greetings because I wanted to, again, post this as is without editing on YouTube. All right, great participation from everybody. I will try to break down the sentences that are introduced in the live session more. I will say things more slowly, just reading all the feedback. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, 버퍼링 걸렸어요. Okay, so there's a comment saying 버퍼링 걸렸어요. It's a very good sentence to know. If you're watching a live session by a Korean YouTuber and you say the video is buffering, the stream is kind of lagging, you can say 버퍼링 걸렸어요 or 렉 걸렸어요. 렉 걸렸어요. Okay. So Megan Young says, does 찍다 work for filming and taking a photo? Yes, 동영상을 찍어요, 사진을 찍어요. There's another very useful word which is 촬영, but you connect it 촬영, and 촬영하다. So 사진 촬영, 비디오 촬영, 동영상 촬영, 영상 촬영. Let me talk about the differences between these. So 촬영하다 is to take photos or videos. It's a more professional, more technological, more formal term than 찍다. So 사진 촬영, it's a noun that means photography or photo taking. 사진 촬영. So you can see something like this on, I don't know, on a page where you see a job description. The job will involve 사진 촬영, and then maybe you can say 편집 too, editing, 편집, and video 촬영. So you can see, yeah, very easily in a job description, 사진 촬영, video 촬영, and then 동영상 촬영, 영상 촬영. Like I said, for some reason, because 동영상, this one is a little more, it feels more casual and more commonly used in everyday conversations. If it were a professional videographer hiring notice, instead of 동영상 촬영, it would be 영상 촬영. And all the video gear that you rent for a temporary period, 영상 장비. So I hope this was some new information for you. Yeah, 촬영하다. You can say 촬영하다. And obviously, I think I take way too many selfies with my kids, and that's 셀카. 셀카, instead of saying 셀카를 촬영하다, because 셀카 is a very, very casual, slangy word, and 촬영하다 is a formal word, you say 셀카 찍어요. 셀카 찍다. 찍어요. And in the past tense, you say 찍었어요. 찍었어요. And Do you know the passive form? 이, 키, 리, 키. If you haven't studied with this lesson, I highly recommend that you take a look at it, regardless of your current level at Talk to Me in Korean. 이히, 리기, because using 이, 히, or 리, or 키, you can turn an active verb into a passive form. So, for example, of course, which of the suffixes goes with which verb, it's kind of random, but 찍다 becomes 찍히다. There are rules, of course. Take a look at the lesson, but it may seem random. So 찍히다, 찍다 is to take a photo. 찍히다 is to be taken a photo of, yourself, to have someone take a photo of yourself. So, or something. So 찍히다. 잘 찍혔어요 is, was it photographed well? So this is something that you will see quite commonly. Okay, back to the comments. Is it possible to have live lessons with your children too? Why not? Yeah, okay, I will try. It'll be very distracting, but I will try one time. Is there a playlist of our live streams, please? There isn't yet, but we will make a playlist, because normally these live sessions are delivered by Kyunghwa, my coworker. She's I think she's visiting Iceland now. I think she's coming back from her vacation. So the past 2 weeks she missed her live sessions. So I just wanted to fill in for her at a different time, on a different day of the week, to meet more people. But this one will be saved. Kyunghwa, her lesson style, she likes to just only do the live sessions live and then not keep her sessions, but I'll talk to her. Okay. Bring Jun and Yul. Okay, Yul will be not the best person to have in a live session, because he'll be like running around, but Jun, he's pretty mature enough, I think. I hope she agrees to keep the live sessions. Yeah, I hope so too. Okay, here's a question about something that is not related to taking photos. How do I say I play the piano? Okay, please feel free to ask questions about words that are not about 사진 and video. I will always go back to 사진 and video, but let's work with something else too. Play, even though play is normally 놀다, you don't say 놀다 about instruments. You say 연주, or 연주하다, or 치다. So piano, 쳐요. I play the piano. But there's a difference. When you say I play the piano and want to say piano 쳐요, it means you either do it as a job or you are doing it now. If you want to say I can play the piano, I know how to play the piano, you say piano 칠 수 있어요, or piano 칠 줄 알아요. So do you play the piano? As a very common question, do you know how to play the piano? You can say piano 칠 줄 알아요. Yeah, this is more common. Let me get some water. Perfect. I love how you guys are also practicing along with me in the chat. 피아노를 칠 줄 알아요. That's great. Always, like, the more you do that, the more you will remember things, because you might not get another chance very soon to say 피아노 칠 줄 알아요 in a chat. So use this opportunity. All right. Okay, so back to 사진 and video. We talked about 찍다. 촬영하다. To recap, 찍다 is a more common way to say it in colloquialism. 촬영하다 is more formal, 촬영하다. And when you take a photo, there are some other things that you might want to do. First, you don't like it, don't like that selfie of yours, so you delete it. 지우다, 지우다. So you say 지워요 or 지워주세요. Please delete it. 지워주세요. 사진 지워주세요. Or a more formal term is 삭제. 삭제 is a noun, and you say 삭제하다 to turn it into a verb. Yes, 삭제. 삭제해 주세요. All right, let me read some comments. You have to go. Zaza S. What is the actual difference between 에 and 에? All right. I'll type it right here if you can see it. So to answer your question really quickly, 에 and 에, there's no reason to worry about or think about the difference, the innate differences between these two. They're just letters, okay? If you're asking about the sound difference, there's also not much reason to worry about the difference. They just sound very similar. You need to remember them as part of actual words. Like, is this a word? Yes, it's a word. 삭제. It means deletion. Is this a word? Not really. As far as I know, there's no word like this. But by writing this, will everybody not understand you? Some people will say, oh, you mean that? But they will automatically know because the only word that sounds like either this or this is 삭제. So for now, don't worry about it. Like, does it really matter at first if you type something like easy or easy? Of course, this is the wrong spelling. This is the correct spelling, but people will remember what you meant to say if you say this. So you will slowly find the correct spelling. So don't worry about the difference between this vowel, that vowel themselves. Just for spelling, yes. Okay, 줘. Here's a good question. 줘, and I want to talk about series. 당신과 함께 사진을 찍고 싶어요. Comment. And I want to help you correct this one. 줘 is 주다, turning into the present tense in casual language. 줘. So 이거 줘. Give this to me. 이거 주세요. Give this to me in formal language. 사진 찍어줘. Take a photo of me. 사진 찍어주세요. Take a photo of me in formal language. Okay? Right. And I saw this comment. 당신과 함께 사진을 찍고 싶어요. This is a literal translation of I want to take a picture with you. But you can never say 당신 because it's if you don't know the other person, it can sound very rude. Pretty much anyone who hears this sentence coming from a non-native Korean speaker will always understand. They will never misunderstand you. They will always understand, oh, so you must be learning Korean for the first time. You must be new to the language relatively. But native speakers never will ever say 당신 to each other unless they want to be very romantic with the other person or very aggressive and start a fight. So never say 당신, just say 함께 사진을 찍고 싶어요 or 사진 같이 찍고 싶어요. This is much better than the original sentence. Perfect. So let's go back to the chat. 사진을 보정하다. Okay, 사진을 보정하다. So with many Korean words, if you know Chinese characters or Chinese words or 한자, either you only study Hanja in the Korean language, inside the Korean language, or the actual Chinese language, and combine the knowledge together, you will be able to guess the meaning behind so many words that you never knew, like learned before. So 보정하다, you can think 보충, you add something, and 정 is to 정, you fix it. So 보정하다 means to edit a photo, but instead of removing something from a photo or adding something to it, like photoshopping something, 보정하다 means adding filters and removing imperfections and things like that. So what we do as normal users of smartphones, I think we do 보정 quite a lot. So 사진을 so these three different concepts. By the way, important announcement. You might have seen this in the description of the video live session. We're having a sale. The sale started 3 days ago on Friday, and it lasts for 2 weeks. So it'll end, in about 10 days. I forgot to bring it. Can I come back with our patch? I want to show you the beautiful Jeju patch. What was I thinking? I'll bring the patch. I'll be back in 10 seconds. Just enjoy the view outside. I'm back. Everybody's counting down. Okay, everybody's counting down. So this is a funny story. My wife and I were having dinner, and then my son June, he wanted my wife to cook something for him, and then my wife said, "Just 3 minutes, just for the sake of saying 3 minutes." But then here's the Jeju patch. Kids these days, being all tech savvy and stuff, we have a Kakao mini speaker, the AI speaker that talks back to you. My son goes, "Kakao, 3분 timer 해줘." Like, start the timer for 3 seconds, 3 minutes, and then the Kakao mini speaker goes 3 minutes and counting. My wife is like panicking. Not literally 3 minutes. Okay, so Jeju, so Alexa. We have Kakao Mini and Genie from KT, one of the phone telecommunications carriers. So we have these, and the previous one I believe was Seoul. Maybe this was the first one, and Busan. Seoul, Busan, Jeju. Hopefully we'll go to my hometown next time, Gwangju. Anyway, so the first 1,000 people to place an order for our paper books will receive one of these. Okay, so we're having that 2-week sale. I'll put it down, and all our books are currently, for the first time I think in our company history, 15% off. So you can get them. All right, so let's go back to these sentences. And 편집하다 sounds most like something that a professional photo editor would do, like advertisements or professional photos being edited is 사진을 편집하다, or elements being added and taken out. But 보정하다 is adding filters to your photos, making your eyes a little bigger. People do that all the time, and make your skin look a little smoother. And then 동영상을 편집하다, instead of saying 동영상을 보정하다, the reason that people say 동영상을 편집하다 more often is because you're cutting, pasting, things like that. Okay. 지금 한국은 8시 27분이에요. Let me write that down in Korean. 지금. When you say what time is it in Korea, what time is it in a certain country, you don't have to say 한국에는 or 한국에서는. Just say as for Korea, 한국은 지금 한국은 몇 시예요? And I can answer 지금 한국은 8시 27분이에요. Okay. How do I say together in Korean? So let me answer some questions that you guys have on Korean unrelated to 사진 and video for about 10 minutes, okay? So together, 같이 or 함께. 같이 or 함께, either is okay, but 같이 is more commonly used because it's more casual. 함께 is more formal. Okay. 같이. It sounds like 갓 and e, but you connect it together. 같이, kind of like 같이. If you write it like that, it actually means value. So I think there's a company or a campaign by one of the big corporations in Korea, like 같이, like this and this together value. It's a pun. Okay, 사자성어. Yes, 4-letter Chinese-based Korean words. Things like 다다익선 or stuff like that, right? So we will definitely make more lessons on that. How do you say each other? Each other is 서로. So when it's mutually like doing this action on the other person and the other person doing the same thing to the other person, it's 서로. Give each other time. 서로 시간을 줬어요. They gave each other time. But the other person, like, you know, when you look at each other, you can say 상대방도, like the sense of the other person. 상대방. Okay. Can we say 한국은 when we ask about the weather in Korea too? Okay. Yeah, 한국은 지금 날씨 어때요? You can say how is the weather in Korea now? 유리는 아기상어 노래 좋아해요? So 아기상어, you know, the ping-pong baby shark songs, you know them, right? They're all over the internet. And my sons love, I mean, I think basically any child in Korea loves 아기상어 노래. My second son, my little one, he doesn't really speak much. He understands a lot, but he doesn't like know many words how to say them. But he can say 카카오 상어, and then we know that he wants to listen to the song. Oh, Akiko Ushio, thank you for the 1,220 yen donation. Thank you for the super chat comment. You are a great teacher. I like Korean Q&A. Thank you so much. 감사합니다. I believe you're from Japan. 아리가토 고자이마스. Okay. Oh, 마치 and 처럼. Oh, funny story. I think you guys like these small anecdotes. So we use Kakao Mini. There's Kakao Mini. Okay, Kakao and Genie. I think Genie. So Korean homes have these, you know, Korean, I guess, devices like Alexa-like devices. We don't have Alexa in Korea yet, and we asked Kakao Mini to sing songs like Kakao 지코 노래 틀어줘. Kakao so and so 노래 틀어줘, right? 틀어줘. 틀다 is to play a song, and then 틀어줘 is play the song for me. I can ask Siri, so and so 노래 틀어줘, right? But then we asked Kakao to sing the 아기상어 Baby Shark song. And then Kakao goes, I guess they always add these jokes. The Kakao's male voice goes like, without actually playing the song, he goes like this. 아기 상어 뚜루루. Just with his own voice. And we were like, what? We were both really scared. And it was a little bit creepy, but it was cute. It never happened again. I guess you make it random so that it doesn't seem too creepy. I wonder if Siri does that sometimes without actually playing the song, singing it. All right. So the live Korean session, do you guys like it? Let me know if you like it. And also, this is a question for people who are watching this later on, watching the saved version of the live chat. Do you want this more regularly? Yeah, 소름, jelly bun, 12. Yeah, it was 소름, goosebumps moment. Okay, so we'll do this more often. And I usually come to the office quite early. I come here around 6 a.m. So I can do this earlier if you guys want. All right. And I love also doing these sessions because there are times when I get questions that I never actually thought of before that learners have. I always like to put myself in the shoes of a learner because I am learning still, but there are times that I get to neglect certain differences that I could have explained. So going back to 마치 and 처럼, 처럼 is like. And if you look at 마치, 마치's definition is also sometimes given as like. But 마치 and 처럼 are different in that 처럼 can be used on its own, 친구처럼, 연인처럼, like lovers, like friends. But 마치 is only, 마치 can only be used with 처럼, in front of the noun that 처럼 is following. So 마치 so and so, 마치. So you can say 마법처럼, like magic, but you can also say 마치 마법처럼, just like magic, 마치, as if, right? So I wouldn't say that this is the difference between 마치 and 처럼 because they're like fundamentally different and they can be used together. But you also know that whenever someone says 마치 and they're like dragging their thinking, you know that there's a 처럼 coming at the end, for sure. Okay, Jesse Jafer, I'm watching your live session for about 10 minutes now, and I just want to say that you are the best teacher. Thank you so much for everything. I have to sleep now because it's midnight here. Have a good day. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you will watch the rest when you come back. Okay. 하루아침에. Lily says, 하루아침에 means, yeah, overnight. Interestingly. So 하루 is one day. 아침 is morning. So if you say 하루아침에, might sound like in one morning, but 하루, if you can think of this one day as like the duration of one day, that's possible too. But 하루 can also mean 어느 하루, 그러던 어느 하루. Life was going on, and then one day this thing happened. That sense of 하루 plus 아침, so one day in the morning, I think it has part of that meaning too, but at the same time, you sleep and you see the morning, and you sleep and you see the morning, then one morning, this thing happened that didn't exist before, so it's overnight. So 하루아침에 스타가 됐어요. It's a very common sentence that you can see. 하루아침에 스타가 됐어요. or he or she became a star in 하루아침 or overnight. So very similar concepts expressed very differently in Korean and in English. Interesting. Shania, Hyunwoo, you literally birthed my Korean. Thank you. Honestly, we are really, I don't know how to say it, but when we started, this sale that we're having, we are calling it our 10-year anniversary sale. And it is because we started Talking in Korean in December of 2009. And when we started it, Kyung and I, when we started it, I didn't know how to run a business, not to mention how to make money out of it. So all we cared about was helping people, like just teach Korean and make great lessons. Just post them online, publish as many lessons as possible within as short a period as possible. And then that's what we did for 3-4 months. And then we realized, oh, we don't have money. We have to figure out how to make money. We don't have any Google ads on the site. We don't have anything to sell. We're not selling anything. So that's when we got in the habit of publishing a lot of free stuff, and we still love doing that. And I think that's part of the reason many people were able to benefit from all the lessons that were provided for free, mainly or partially because we didn't know how to run a business. So we're happy. And now we kind of continued with the spirit of just publishing content for free so that people can learn without having to worry too much about spending too much money. And in addition to that, of course, we have been able to create a lot of great books that we have been able to sell a lot every day. So we're thankful that you guys are there to support what we're doing so that we can support you guys and help you learn Korean. Okay, and many people don't know, but this is Talk to Me in Korean is my first full-time job that I started about 10 years ago. All right, moving back to the comments. Okay, good one. Okay, 놀라다 is to get surprised. And 놀래다 is the same. So you can say 놀랐어요. I was scared. You scared me when somebody's hiding around the corner and goes like, whoa. You say 놀랬어요 or 놀랬잖아요. You rarely say 놀랐잖아요, and there's the difference. So 놀랐어요 is the standard spelling, but in colloquial, casual Korean, spoken Korean, people always go with 놀래다, and they always say 놀랬잖아요, like I was surprised. And when you go to the descriptive verb, to be amazing, to be surprising, you say 놀랍다, never say 놀랍다. So this is the exception. I keep pointing at my iPad where I should be pointing at the screen. So 놀랍다 changes to 놀라운 when you turn it into an adjective. So 놀라운 발전, amazing development, amazing advancement. 놀라운 사실, surprising fact. 놀라운 이야기, surprising story. Okay? All right. Let's look at some comments. Traditional Korean sayings, of course, there are a lot. Excuse me. We have a book called Everyday Korean Idiomatic Expressions. We introduced some sayings there, and also there also want to make content on, but they're coming. Okay. Park Ji-eun says, teacher, should I start thinking in Korean? Because I still have this habit of translating from English first and then to Korean. Excuse me. Translating from your native or your stronger language to your target language is very, very natural. Don't force it, please. Just let it come naturally. Whenever the situation fits, there will be a moment when the Korean sentence, as opposed to the English sentence that you can say in that situation, will be more fit, will be more suitable for that situation, and your brain will think, I will say this in Korean. Okay? Yeah. All right. A lot of very supportive comments. Thank you so much. I'm reading everything, but I won't read them out loud because everybody can clearly see the comments. Billy sent us some people. So yeah, I mentioned earlier in the beginning of the live session that I actually checked around 7:55 because the live session was scheduled for 8 a.m., 8 o'clock in the morning, and I saw that Billy was still going on with his live session, and I just felt bad because it would be like, when you're watching a live session on YouTube on one channel and you get a notification for the channel, maybe you subscribe to, because I'm funnier than Billy. Sorry, Billy. Some people might leave the chat, but that wasn't my intention. I will coordinate with Billy a little better. Okay, I hope he's not watching. Billy is another great YouTuber who teaches Korean. Check out Go Billy Korean. We've done some lessons and a full course with him, and we've published a book with him. Oh, Tiffany Bask asks, how do I strengthen my Korean listening skills? This is the same kind of question that I get from Korean people learning English or other languages. Please don't worry too much about your listening skills. So when you hear something, there's only two reasons that I should probably make a video about this, but it's usually only two reasons that you don't understand something after hearing something. One, you don't know the word. You hear it, you don't know what it means. The information is not there in your head yet, so you have to learn the word and come back. The only other reason is you did not expect the words to sound that way, right? It only means you hadn't had the opportunity to practice the pronunciation of that word, of that phrase, or of that set of words, strung together like that. So what you have to focus on more is your pronunciation. For example, the TOEIC test, right? The English test. I went into a TOEIC test room when I was 20. I only heard about TOEIC. I didn't know what it was. I knew what it was. I didn't know what it was like. I had never tried looking at a TOEIC book. I went into the TOEIC room, but I had done a ton of English pronunciation practice. And because I knew all the words, because I knew how to pronounce everything the way any native speaker would, I got everything right. The first time I ever tried TOEIC, because clearly I knew all the words. The questions were somewhat silly. They were talking about coffee, and the question asks, what are they talking about? Coffee. So please put more emphasis on pronunciation, sounding more like native speakers, sounding more like somebody that you want to sound like, rather than just listening, and practicing. Listening is great because it's like reading with your ears. You can do a lot of listening while you're driving, while you're commuting, but you need to also put as much or more emphasis on speaking and pronunciation. Okay. Amy Jane Foster, 10 pounds. Thank you for your super chat donation. Thank you so much for TTMIK. The study techniques are inspiring. Keep being fabulous. Love, Amy Jane. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say other than thank you. All right. Another reason is you guys talk faster than I expect. Yes, maybe. One thing I did to overcome that obstacle of native speakers speaking always too much faster than I expect is me practicing speaking even faster than they do. So what I would do is I would let me write a random Korean paragraph about listening. 연습을 너무 많이 하기보다는 발음 연습을 평소에 많이 하면 듣기도 더 잘하게 될 거예요. So, 듣기 연습, listening practice. It's funny, analyzing my own paragraph that I just wrote on the fly. 듣기 연습, 듣기, listening practice. 을 너무 많이, too much, 하기보다는, rather than doing too much listening practice, 발음 연습, pronunciation practice을 평소에, in usual times, like every day, 많이 하면, if you do it a lot, 듣기도, listening to, 더, more, 잘하게, better 될 거예요. You will become better at it. So what I recommend that you do with this is go like this. 연습을, 듣기 연습을, go even faster. 듣기 연습을. To the point where my connection is unstable. Okay, we're reconnecting. I hope we are reconnected. Can you see me? Can you hear me? All right. So I'll continue. 너무 많이 하기보다는 너무 많이. Are you guys back online? Am I back online? Yeah, there's a lag. Okay, so 듣기 연습을 너무 많이 하기보다는 you go like that and then you go faster. 발음 연습을 평소에 많이 하면 듣기도 더 잘하게 될 거예요. So I always went like this. So maybe step 5 will be 듣기 연습을 너무 많이 하기보다는 발음 연습을 평소에 많이 하면 듣기도 더 잘하게 될 거예요. And then step 6 will be a little faster, and the eventual stage will be 듣기 연습을 너무 많이 하기보다는 발음 연습을 평소에 많이 하면 듣기도 잘하게 될 거예요. Something like that. Like I butchered some pronunciation there, but I deliberately did fast pronunciation all the time. Okay. Isaiah Lee, thank you for the $10 donation. Thank you so much. Thanks for the support. Okay. Choco8, that's how I practice my reading. That's great. You're doing well. So 면하다. Let me answer this grammar. 내일 다 모두 왔으면 해요. 내일 모두 왔으면 좋겠어요. 면하다 is you hope something will happen, and 면 좋겠다 means it would be nice if something could happen. So in this specific situation, 내일 모두 왔으면 좋겠어요. 내일 모두 왔으면 해요. They are the same. 내일 모두 왔으면 좋겠어요. The first one, however, sounds more like something an adult, a grown-up would say. Kids will often say the second one, but not as often the first one. So I would say, because of that reason alone, I would say this is a more advanced. The first one is more advanced of a situation, of a sentence. Okay. All right. In fact, you have a point. Koreans are natural good rappers because they speak so fast. Maybe because Korean vowels can be linked so easily together. I don't know. I'm not a good rapper. All right, so we've been going for 55 minutes. Thank you for sticking around and watching the entire stream. And I think it's time to call it a day. If you have one or two really important questions, let me know in the comments and I will answer those and answer some of those and say goodbye. 가지 마세요. Oh, Joker girl, you're going to study Korean after you're done with your Japanese. Good idea. Japanese and Korean are very similar in grammar, and some words are similar too. Hey, Amy, you made it to the... Amy, Jill, not Pearl. You made it to the end. When is the next live session? I will try to do it either next Monday at the same time or Tuesday at the same time. I'm still trying to figure out the best time. Yes, I will save this video. Please remember, we're having a sale for those of you who are tuning in a little late. Yeah, Jeju, we're sending a Jeju patch. This is a patch featuring the Halla mountain, Hallasan, Jeju-do 유채꽃, the yuche flowers that you can see commonly in Jeju, to the first 1,000 people who are ordering a physical item, paper books. So go check out our store, talktome인korean.com/store. Yes, sale is sale in Korea, or 할인, it means discount. 세일하고 있어요. You say that all the time. 세일하고 있어요. And it's a 10-year anniversary sale. 10주년 sale. 10주년. If it's a 5-year anniversary, it's a 5주년. It can be 결혼 5주년, like 5-year anniversary of your wedding, or 10주년 of a company like ours. So yeah, we're having a 10주년 sale. Thank you. That's it. Please, if you want to review any part of this live session, please watch the saved and uploaded video, and I will see you in the next one. 감사합니다. 다음 시간에 만나요. 안녕히 계세요. Bye bye.